Hey, what up, everybody? Before we jump in, we just wanted to take a moment real quick to share our prayers and condolences for all those that passed away in the tragic accident that took place with Kobe Bryant and his daughter.
Yeah, as well as Peyton Chester, 13-year-old, her mother, Sarah, John Adeboli. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct. I apologize. Christina Mauser, just to name them. So just, our thoughts and prayers with the whole families,
Yeah.
the people affected by this. Not easy. We don't want to. No life is more important than others, so everybody has an equal importance. So let's just prayers for all these families as well as Bryant and his daughter, and it's so tragic. So we just wanted to just shed light on that and the seriousness that we should be praying for these people and standing alongside them any way we can to show them that Christ is the ultimate form of love and form of healing.
Amen.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left of this flesh, till it's past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I'm your host, Marrio Esco,
The
and
host with the
alongside
most.
me is my good friend and co-host, Gil Vargas.
What up? What up?
What up, brother? What up, brother, man?
It's cracking, bro.
Chilling, man. Episode 81 right now.
It's crazy.
Episode 81.
Does not feel like we have this many episodes, man.
It's crazy, right?
It feels like just the other day we just started. We had 81. Almost
81 already.
Getting close to the hundreds.
And we're so natural at this point now that my mom and my wife can literally be right, like cleaning the rug behind us.
Yeah.
And we could just podcast like it's not even happening.
Bro. I'm waiting for them to just lift us up somehow and sweep under us.
They can come and vacuum underneath us and come behind us, and we'll just keep going.
Somehow
in the middle of a blizzard, the house is falling down.
Yo, you look skinny.
Doesn't matter what's going on. Oh, hi, we're here to report on Revelation. We see the snake is coming out. No. Dude, if we're podcasting through Revelation, then there's an issue.
There's a warm front coming in on these bandules.
We should be very concerned if we're podcasting during Revelation. That's a huge issue. What up, everybody? Jumping in, we'll do our best to follow along. Let me see. What's up to everybody coming in? Congrats to you guys. We love you. Thank you. Oh, look at that. That's Mom Duke. Mom, we see you.
It's really happening right now. She legit is.
There's Mom Duke. No, hold up. There it is.
That's a pop.
Yo, we see Mom Duke with the broom. And the pen, the whole nine.
She legit cleaning.
Hold on. We see what is that? What is that? Hold that up.
The only thing
we can see random hands.
Yes.
Coming out. That wasn't fabuloso.
The only thing missing.
What happened there?
Is Vaporub.
Oh, okay. All right. What'd you say, Gil?
I said the only thing missing is Vaporub. The Vicks. Any one of them.
Just all the random Spanish items.
Just mad Spanish ones.
Just mad random Spanish. Canepas come out. Goya can. Just. No, it doesn't even say what kind of food.
It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't even say what kind of food.
We're from cleaning
Goya
products to Goya
That's
cans. That's how Spanish we are.
Join the email list. Share the show.
We have coupons
leave a
on
review.
Goya products.
Thank you for those who are rocking with us. That's what's up. Go to d2lproductions.com. Gil his brain is already going. We're gonna take a pause in a few and have a heart to heart. We're gonna have a heart to heart in a few. But Gil is talking about actually going in there and updating the merch, and you were sharing some ideas with me and some things that you wanted to do that I'm excited about. Stuff that's built off the show to try to build an experience with you guys. We do want to be able to provide you guys with different ways to support the podcast.
Yeah.
And I know I'm looking at the numbers. I kind of track the numbers, not for, in vain. Like, I'm not just looking at the numbers for that. I'm kind of looking at the numbers to see where our growth is, like where we're at. Is there growth? And I want to compare the different platforms to see what's most effective. And for our audience. So far I've seen the numbers growing, but I haven't been receiving a lot of feedback. from the numbers. Like they don't add up.
Okay.
So I'm thankful for the people who've been rocking with us and have been sharing faithfully, because that's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that. But I would love to, I encourage actually the people who are listening right now, whoever you are, I encourage you to actually take some time and let us know, what you like about the show, even what you don't like about the show. If you're a listener and you're kind of like, these dudes are out of their mind, like if you're kind of like listening just to see like when these dudes are going to slip up, like, if you're one of them,
cool too.
Like that's cool. Like hit us up too. Like, like all we're asking for is the people that hear us to hit us up and let us know where we can improve, what we can do, let us know if we're being effective or not. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be
that's the only way we're going to get better. And if you're not watching, it's because it's something you don't like.
That's the only way we're going to get better. We wanted to be the Bodega Boys, but that didn't work. We wanted to be the Bodega Boys for you. But
Los Bodegas.
Yeah.
Maybe we just put a little like Spanish flavor to it. Los Bodegas Hermanos.
My bad. I'm getting messages. I get messages at the wrong time, bro. I don't get it. My bad.
It's paparazzi.
They know the time, bro. Shout out to our partners. Shout out to all the people that have been rocking with us the whole time and really been helping us behind the scenes. We appreciate you guys very much. Jump into our recap. Last episode 80, Beyond the Abs.
Beyond the Abs.
We talked about, what did we talk about? Let me see.
Those names, man. I just love those names.
We talked about Will Smith.
Yeah,
and I gave my little hot take, sort of.
Yeah, we can actually talk about it now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I seen the movie.
You've seen it? All right, but wait. So we talked about Bad Boys. We talked about Will Smith. I shared my thoughts on him. And then we talked about Eminem's music. And then we shared a dope creative tip.
We did.
Which was fire. That was actually inspired by, who was it? The album that came with, or the project that came with a documentary.
Taylor Swift, yeah. How she repackaged the single in a way that not really done. So she did a documentary that goes through the journey of the song, not just here is the song. Like you're seeing the process of why she wrote the song on this and all that. So you have this connection, which I thought was genius.
Yeah.
Because what's the better way than to get people to believe in the product or believe in the message than to allow them to take part in the journey? You know what I mean? Like there's no more powerful way than that. Which is why we tell people our testimonies and things like that. Because you're kind of, in a way, bringing them on your journey.
Yeah. Fact.
So she used that element, but to sell her music, which was dope. It's a good idea.
Do you think that she used that to sell her music, or do you think she used that to share her message?
Oh, of course. It was for the agenda. But that's my point. It was a very creative way to share her message. So for me, being a believer in my message is Christ, I think it's also beneficial to come up with clever ways to share the faith, you know what I mean? In fresh new ways. Still the same message, not changing the message at all, but just be an artist and sharing them in different ways like she did. She shared her message just like everyone else, but she did it in a different way.
Right.
She's doing it through a song.
She's being
filmed
creative.
The documentary, showing her thought process and her experience and all that.
Fire.
Whether I agree or disagree with her
message,
her
the
message,
whole point is just kind of
how she delivered it.
Respecting how she, I got you. That's what's up.
It's dope.
That is dope. That was a dope recap. Thank you,
man.
bro.
You're welcome.
I hope you do the same for this creative tip too.
I will try.
So now tell me, Bad Boys. Let's do it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Bad Boys.
So what was the point that you didn't want to say without giving up too much? Like what was your feelings? Because we was talking about Will Smith.
Right now. What up, everybody in here coming in? My bad. I wasn't following on with the comments. You see any comments, Gil?
Not
Just
yet.
let me know when you see them come in. Okay, so Will Smith, what were we talking about? Okay. Oh, so you understood what I meant by that. When I was talking about Bad Boys, the most recent one, Bad Boys for Life, I said that I left it sort of
might be some spoilers.
Spoiler alert. My bad.
So
okay, good catch. Good catch.
So if you don't want to hear this part where we're talking about Bad Boys for Life, tune out for just a quick second.
Jump back in about like A couple minutes, not even.
About 5 minutes.
Ain't gonna spend all night on that.
Yeah.
So, okay, my take.
Yeah. So what was your take?
My take was I felt like it was a letdown a little bit.
Now, in what sense?
In a sense that I expected something more.
Like a new element?
Yeah, something. I mean, I told you how I expressed it was, what did you think about Sean and Hobbs?
Yeah.
The spinoff of Fast Furious.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like another action film, right? Like it was just like another dope action film.
Yeah.
That's how I left.
To me, it also felt kind of like an experiment. Like, could
this
work
possibly like take off on its own?
If we completely exclude the Fast Furious franchise and use these two characters, could they go off and now have their own Fast and the Furious franchise?
You're saying it was a test.
I feel like
you're saying they spent millions of dollars for a test.
Yeah, because it's The Rock, so it was a calculated risk.
The creative tip.
It is. It's calculated because you're like, yo, he wins box office.
I don't even know where the gems
all
are.
the time.
Let's just clap, I guess. Actually, right
I
here.
hope that's not the long one.
Yes.
Nice.
Love it.
So yes, like, you know what I mean? Like and Jason. Oh no, was it Jason Statham? Yeah, it was Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Who played the other dude? I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Shaw, whatever.
It was just Shaw. Yeah. And even him, like, he's an action star too. So they used their dynamic, their stardom to see if they can kind of go off on their own. And I think, Tyrese was one of the reasons why he was mad. He saw what he was trying to do. He's like, this dude is really trying to take off with this franchise and do his own thing.
Let him do his thing.
You know what I mean? But that's why he got mad, because he's like, yo, this became like a family thing. And now you just trying to take a piece and just run with it.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. I can understand why. But that they took the risk, and it kind of, I don't know about everybody else, but it kind of flopped for me too. Like you said, it was just another action film. They put two stars.
Hold on, you're talking about, what are you talking
Hobbs
about?
and Shaw.
Okay, but
so now
I felt the same way. Yeah.
Why do you feel it's the same?
Because I felt like it was just another action film. That's why
So what were the elements that you would have wanted? Like some kind of surprise element?
I guess
because I thought the son was like the surprise. Like, yo, he had a son.
I guess
what
what they did was they lingered the characters too long. So they had homeboy that wanted to give up the whole time, and in the whole part 2, and Will Smith was like, come on. And then
Martin's character. Marcus.
Yeah, yep. And then part 3, he's still like almost all the way half the movie, like still the same. Like, you lingered too long.
Yeah.
You should have switched up that whole dynamic before the third one came in, and then let us come in after all this time with a fresh new start. I think that would have been fire. But that's my own opinion. Like, I don't know. It's just like, okay, cool. I mean, it was dope. Like, don't get me wrong. It was the same feel. They had the big moments, the camera angles, and the
slow motion,
the super widescreen.
Yeah.
You can see, like,
action wise, it was top notch. The graphics and all that stuff. Like,
quality. All that was fire. It wasn't
fire,
like
but
rushed or anything.
Like, at first I saw it for what it was, and I was like, it was an action film. It is what it is. But once you were like, I don't know, then I started rethinking about it in a different mindset. Like, as a creative or as a person, like if I was in his shoes as an actor and stuff like that, and I saw the holes.
Yeah.
Then I started to see the holes. I'm like, yeah, I can see what he's saying, because if this was the third installment that took years to bring up, because they were trying for a long time and it didn't bite, and then finally, they landed it, and it's good go. Martin is in, everybody's in.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You're like, oh shoot.
So you would think, like, this is gonna be epic.
Yeah.
Like, the storyline, like, do something.
You know what nailed it? Well, Will Smith. Okay,
like the storyline.
I'm not gonna be a hater of Will Smith. I'm not gonna be a hater.
Come on, man.
Check this out.
Dude's a nasty.
Because now I'm gonna big him up now. What I felt like he nailed was Aladdin.
Yeah.
I'll big him up.
Yep.
I actually had expectations that this was going to be horrible. I actually had that. Then when I saw it, I was like, oh, he's killing it. Yeah, this dude can sing too. He's killing it. He's like hitting them notes and everything. Okay, this is dope.
But why you didn't feel he nailed it in this one?
You're talking about Bad Boys.
Yeah, like, as a character. Like, do you feel like he didn't nail his character like the way he should have?
the old man that's just like, whatever, man. Like,
Really?
the old man that's just like,
Hey.
you want to share my thoughts?
That's crazy. I mean, he
I
acted the
got a
same.
podcast.
I felt
so
like
I'm
he could. What I liked about it is that they didn't shy from the fact that they're old. Like, they really let you feel like some time has passed.
No, I actually have a thought on what I feel, and I feel like his personal is kind of trickling into
his acting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of can't separate him anymore. Like, I don't know. That's the curse of like social media, right? Like, man, you can follow these people now. Like, you can see their characters
and
as
you can
they're
actually
acting.
either like their personality or not like their personality.
And then now it trickles into their acting, and you're like, I know who you really are.
Yeah. Well,
you're
also
not
those that are.
Aren't you that boy
authentic.
from Nazareth? Like,
are you that boy from Nazareth?
I know who your parents are. I know who you are. Why doesn't they always know who you are? And it's like, he's one of us. It's like, you hate it from your own city. It's like,
well, that's even
he's
biblical.
one of us.
Even that's biblical. It says you would never be loved even from your own people.
All right, so with that said, let's switch it up, man. I don't think there's a conclusion to that. Let's wait and see. Pray for Will.
Yeah, man. My wife was here. She'd be like cussing you out, even though she don't cuss. But somehow,
pray for Will. Let's jump into a skit real quick. This is Game Night with myself and Manny Rivera. Here we go. All right, yo, you pretty nice, bro.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty amazing.
You're all right. You're not like all the way like nasty or anything, but you're pretty good, man.
Pretty amazing for the first time playing this. But let's go. Let's see if
we'll go again.
You want to go again?
Yeah, we'll go again.
Okay.
Bro, that was fun, man.
That was fun.
Yo, you thirsty? You want a drink?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bro, you had me at that one part.
I definitely had you.
The game is hard. Nope.
I'm sure everybody was thinking these dudes are playing some Call of Duty or some kind of crazy manly
this game is
game.
Hard. This game is bad hard, man.
Next thing you know, you see a little puffy duck hopping along, frolicking in the woods.
Frolicking in the woods.
Frolicking in the woods.
Yeah, man, that's actually a dope little game. I forgot the name of it, but me and my daughters used to play it all the time.
Is it?
With the little characters. Yeah, is it?
So what do? Do you just fight?
No, you just like, it's like almost like Super Mario, but a little bit easier.
Oh, so you like hit shells.
But it's pretty cool because it has an opposite universe. So
just like Mario. Remember we went into like the Koopa thing? It was like
No. But no, when I mean opposite, I mean gravity. So like one character can be upside down on the other side of the world, and the other one can be on the other
that's
side.
like Stranger
side up. Yeah. And then they have certain layers.
Down.
They have certain layers that are colored that coordinate with their character. So green can only go in green, red can't go into green, so you have to work as a team and like solve these puzzles as you go along.
You play some weird games with your children, man.
Hey, it's the puzzle games, man.
It's
you
the
play with
the
games,
kids, but yet they're playing in some hell-like
man,
place.
we are catering to an audience right now, man.
What audience? What are you talking about?
Thanks, man. Hey, if you want to play these games with your kids, like...
But watch the creepy ones.
Yo! Creative tip. Exclusivity and quality. So, Gil, you brought this up, man. This is a fire idea, bro, man. You just been coming up with crazy ideas, bro. What's the idea behind this?
Well, right now we're in a day and age where you got to kind of pump, and just throw stuff out.
Yep.
Especially as a creative. So content is king.
Is content king over quality?
Yeah, basically. Like, is the exclusivity and creating something dope. Or no, exclusivity meaning like just just throwing out stuff out there? Like, what did you mean by exclusivity? Because you named it.
So the whole thing
This
is
was my
like,
idea, but you
the whole
named
thing is
this?
like, should we be as accessible and transparent as possible? That's the whole concept. For the sake of building relationships, or, you know, in other words, like, should we be slaving to meet the high on-demand culture?
Mhm.
You know, should we be constantly even jeopardizing quality for the sake of meeting those demands and those timelines?
I personally think that
like
the
a
quality
timeline.
needs to be more focused on.
Well, because, you know, you I think nowadays, like, the culture, because it's on demand, you
Yeah.
know, and everything's fast paced, the pressure is on the artist now to hurry up to get your stuff out there to compete with everybody else that's doing the same thing, getting their stuff out there, putting in work.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you know you don't have a label, you're independent, you got to suffer quality somewhere, right? If you're independent, like, you don't have a budget like that, where you have a team like that, and let's say you're producing your stuff, or let's say you're trying to hustle to purchase the beats to put out the projects you want to put out. Like, now what's going to happen? You got to suffer for what? Because we know there's different price ranges, right? So what are you going to buy, the MP3 with the tag in it? Like, are you going to, is that what we're going to settle for? Like, that's what I mean. So the whole idea is it better to take your time with a project and not make yourself so accessible everywhere, but actually create a system that tailors specifically to your audience and your demographic?
Yeah.
And take your time being true to that core audience versus put your stuff everywhere on as many platforms as possible and pump out as many tracks as you possibly can within a month.
I personally think that a person should take their time. And the reason why I say that is because when, I don't know, at least for me, being someone who is a believer and my music is about my faith, I can't take that lightly and just pump out tracks without really thinking about what I want to say and how I want to convey it, and the delivery and the type of beat I want, like the message. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't wrap my mind around. And anybody who has that ability, hey, I applaud you. If you can pump out tracks, quality, and everything,
that's
then
a skill.
that,
That's
man,
a skill.
I applaud you.
You could train yourself to get to that point.
That's what I mean. If
know?
you can do that, I applaud it. You know, I'm not saying that it's impossible to get there, because there are people out there that create beautiful and amazing work quick. They just have it. Me personally, I couldn't do it, at least not right now. Just being able to, just thinking about it, like the way I go through my process, just speeding it up, I know I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss an element, or I'm going to miss a thought or an idea, because I'm just trying to rush it, just get it out.
Yeah.
And I know this happens with everything. You tell, nobody can sit there and tell me that they didn't write a paper one time and then read the paper later on after it's been graded and be like, dang,
I could have.
I wish I could have did this or changed that.
I could have copied her paper too, man. Like, she had a dope paragraph.
I copied her.
I copied this dude. I got a B- if I would have copied her
I should have did more
paragraph.
research than the people around me.
Goodness, man.
Instead of studying.
I Googled the wrong thing.
I Googled the wrong thing.
Got the wrong footnotes. Go ahead. My bad. Don't do that, by the way. That's an example of what not to do.
Yeah.
Because this. Yes.
Ew.
Okay.
Is that what they said? That sounded like
Bill. Those are the
a-
kids that are yelling at me like, how are you teaching us how to cheat?
Bill.
The homeschoolers. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, man, like, just stick to that song until it is the best possible thing that you could have ever written every time. And I believe that if you're doing that, and especially if your intent is to honor God with that track, it's only bound to do great things, man. Like, every piece of that song was to honor God. Every thought,
detail,
every detail,
bro.
like, that's
Every
dope.
little detail. That's the one thing I'm learning, man. Because, you know, you got the arguments of the boom bap and the this and the that. And I'm like, yo, we're thinking of this wrongly. We're thinking this is not the right way to think about this. When you think of artistry and you think of creativity, and I'm not a babbling a babbling fool right now. I kind of like, I had this moment of realization for me personally that it's beyond being boxed in categories. Music is beyond that. Like, you think of like Timberland, like I don't think Timberland gets the props that he's deserved. Like, this dude will go into the booth and beatbox on a microphone and sample his own sound effects with his own mouth.
That's crazy.
Are you kidding me? Or he'll go in there with like spoons and stuff and sample his own sounds and like create these beats that are like, what in the world? And he's showing you, he'll leak footage of him doing that. And it's like, dude, just that way of thinking alone, it's like, you deserve all the props for that. That's thinking way outside the box. Like, man, he was somebody that he's still producing this stuff. It's just, I don't know, like, I guess beats got cheaper. I don't know.
Beats,
I don't know what happened.
There's a lot of platforms out there.
He was doing some crazy
people,
stuff.
If you're looking
man.
for beats, trust me, there's a lot of platforms out there where you can get beats. So if you're a producer, be careful with your pricing.
Yeah, and
There's
you
a lot
can't
of options out there,
and you really can't exhaust yourself to that extent in an environment that demands immediate results. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to spend time with that. And really, I'm not saying to be a perfectionist, but if we say, especially Christian creatives, if we say we're doing this to the glory of God, if you're doing it to the glory of God, then every detail should matter to you. Not just you screaming with conviction in a microphone.
Facts.
Or you just rushing a project to show that you're as fast as your competitors at delivering.
Yo,
like,
legit.
but actually taking the time to master yourself as a vocalist, to master the idea of melody and rhythm and words and expression, to master the expression of emotions in the way that you deliver those lyrics, even to the point where the lyrics merge so much with emotion and the production that there are moments that speak with groaning in the track. There are moments that express pain or, I'm dropping too much right now. Let's stop right there.
Nah, this is good,
that's
bro.
dropping too
This
much
is
right
good.
now, man. There's freebies. Hey,
but
we'll
this
get
is
to that.
this
We'll
is
get
the
to
part
that.
this is the part that we're talking about though. Like,
Go ahead.
how can you go
Quality.
through all those processes?
All that is example of quality.
If you're trying to put out a track per day, like, I'm going to do a track today, tomorrow, Friday, and just keep pumping tracks.
Right.
Like, come on. Like,
Versus,
there's no way you're going to be able to pour yourself into that track that way if you're just pumping.
Facts.
And I think that's the problem. That's one of the reasons why we're always like, at least our generation are like, man, songs are just not the same anymore. Da, 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 da. And it's different from when we were told that. Like, from the parents that used to tell us, like, oh, your music is trash. Because at our age, when we were doing this music, if you really go back, it was so much passion in everything.
Yeah.
It was just passion. If it was love music, it was passionate. If it was hip hop, it was passionate. And it was like about human rights and all. If you think about it, you got the Tupacs talking about human rights and da-da-da-da. It was very passionate time.
Yeah.
Where you come to now, and it's like the passion is kind of just fizzled, and now it's more about vibes, which is cool. That has its place. But the passion is like gone, and that's the only way you can pump out tracks. Get the passion out, get the emotional stuff out.
Yeah.
Get all the things that mean something.
And get the passion of Christ back.
The passion of Christ. Is that your interruption of saying that what I'm saying is whack?
No, and absolutely
you
not.
You need to get the passion of Christ.
That's Brent right now. Brent is doing this right now.
Yeah.
Where is it?
No, that's what you do.
Oh, come on!
That's what you do every time.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Now I lost my train of thought, man.
No, come on. The passion, bro. The passion. Don't do that. The passion.
Yeah, it's just gone, man. Like, I think that
the passion is gone.
I don't hear it. And the reason why you don't hear it is because if you study the lyrics of most, secular music, they're talking about drugs and partying and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got
the content is not something that you are like, wow, they were in really deep thought.
Why I'm gonna sit.
That was super
I need
deep.
to play this back and write these lyrics down right now.
When the dude is like, peanut butter sandwiches, I'm eating all up. I'm like, there's not, a lot of thought that went behind that. It's just that just didn't really pass the cerebral cortex.
First of all, who was it that said that?
I'm just saying they say stuff like that.
That's
like
what I
that.
know.
They just the random things. Come on, man. Just the other day we learned a song that dude was talking about his socks. Something about socks. I'm like, what is he saying? What is he saying right now? He's talking about his socks.
Wait, who are you dissing on right now, bro?
I'm just saying. Just the other day we were saying that.
Oh my goodness, man.
He was talking about some socks.
All right, you're getting on somebody. I don't want to assume anything, so we'll just leave it there.
I'm not going to assume either.
Let's just leave it right there. Peanut butter, jelly, and socks. Let's just leave it right there.
Right with peanut butter and jelly and socks. It's a great place to leave it. And that's the name of this show. Peanut butter and socks.
Peanut butter and socks?
Peanut butter, jelly, and socks.
Peanut butter, jelly, and socks it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, do we get a vote? Yeah. Ain't nobody here. All right, cool.
Ain't nobody love me better.
It is peanut butter, jelly, and socks, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yo, we're going to jump into feature track. There. And then we're going to come back, and I'm going to vent. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
We're going to do something that we've never done before.
Feature track. Big Breezy.
Vent.
Is it Breezy? Incomplete. Here we go.
Gotta juke all distractions. I got a habit. I've been intoxicated, and that is a challenge. No, I'm not perfect. I keep on working. I keep my brain God, cause I am a servant. Every time that I think of you, I think of change. Lately I've been on the same. Better my ways. See that create pain. Now I'm back feeling the same. Down deep in the press, ain't no one to blame. Removing these ties, and I'm breaking these chains. Gotta change up my life. I can't keep living the same. I can't keep going through pain, cause I know that I'm gifted. Gotta be more persistent. I can't keep being the meanest, cause you brought me far that I could see. I know you don't wanna see me do the wrong thing. I know you don't wanna see me go the wrong way. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me do the wrong thing. I know you don't wanna see me go the wrong way. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I'm fighting in battle, but I'm not fighting alone. I got a ton of vision, on my way to the throne. I'm on my way to the top, dropping the music to plot. I got a friend at the store, and he wrote a lot. Every time that you look at me, I'm trying to motivate you, be a better me. Ain't no more falling short, I'm trying to show you how to use your energy. And I pray that you feeling me, even if you never ever remember me. Trying to motivate enemies, even if they never ever could look at me. Cause you brought me far that I could see. I know you don't wanna see me do the wrong thing. I know you don't wanna see me go the wrong way. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me do the wrong thing. I know you don't wanna see me go the wrong way. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul. I know you don't wanna see me lose my soul.
There it is. There it is.
That's a fire track.
Big Breeze or Big Breezy. My bad. I love it anyway. Fire track.
What a time to live.
Incomplete. Fire. Love it. Keep it going.
The beat bops.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Give me the beat, man. Gil, what's up, brother, man? Talk to me, man. We got nothing on the hickory dickory dock. There ain't nothing on that dock. Yo, there ain't nothing on that dock, my dude. Like, what happened, man? It's been a rough couple of weeks.
It's hot out here. Man, there ain't nothing out there, bro. At least nothing I saw. Just sad news. Just a lot of sad news out there.
Yeah, bro. There's a lot of people who are really heavy into Revelation. They're having a field day right now.
Oh yeah, man.
They're like, word. Look at the signs everywhere.
They're like, yo,
there's
an abnormal amount of canapes have fallen in Puerto Rico is a sign.
Yo, but real talk, man. Like,
there's a lot of earthquakes over there. Yo, praise out to Puerto Rico.
I heard that one of them actually they felt it in Florida.
The one that was in Puerto Rico? Yeah, just the other day they had a 5-point something.
Again. Dude, what is going on? Like, what is somebody down there? Like, what's going on?
Where she's at, like, I guess, like, where the earthquakes are like the strongest is like in the front of the island. Like, so if you're looking at the map, it's like in the front.
Yeah.
And then where my mom is, she's like up here, so she doesn't even feel them.
Really?
Yeah. She said that she's felt like one.
Does she still have
like
power?
A lot. Yeah, she's good.
Oh, she's living up in the rich neighborhood, bro. She's like
not really. I mean, Trump, not rich.
Trump just hands her the stuff she needs. Like, he just comes over like, here you go. Well, comes to the door.
The thing is, in Puerto Rico, there's fruit trees everywhere, man. There's just fruit everywhere. I mean, with the storm that happened, and a lot of the like agriculture, I guess if you will, that's what you call it.
Yeah,
was like blown away or washed away. But I mean, that's why they call it Puerto Rico. It's rich land. There's like fruits and vegetables everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna replant, and it's just gonna be more and more. Because I mean, it didn't go nowhere. It's not like it just
just sunk under.
It's just gonna regrow.
Where did Puerto Rico go?
So it's gonna be beautiful again. It's just gonna take time, But it's dope when you go over there and you go to just people's houses and they got like a whole mango tree.
So it's not the whole island being affected.
No, it's not the entire island. But I mean, it's still super dangerous because these earthquakes cause tsunamis.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is still super dangerous. But
like, you don't know, like, you're just waiting.
Yeah,
for something
you
to come
don't know.
You. That's crazy, bro.
So I just praise out,
everybody
my
out there. That's terrified.
I always,
dude, I saw not even like it was like a point something. It wasn't even like a 1. I don't know how you rate tornadoes. I don't know how you rate tornadoes. It was like a point something.
I think it's like from 1
it was like
to
5. Point 5.
1 to 5.
and I turned the corner in the car, and it looked like a straight beautiful day. Sun is out. There's nothing going on. I got my left signal. I'm turning into the other street, looking both ways. Nothing's going on, dude. I turned. It was like night and day, dude. It was like a storm. I couldn't see what was in front of me. That's crazy. It was dark immediately. There was like branches all over the place. I was like, what just happened? And I couldn't, my brain could not comprehend what was in front of me.
That's crazy.
I didn't know what it was. It was just this big washed color with branches everywhere. And I was like, oh, and I immediately, and then as I see this thing, right, as I'm seeing whatever this thing is in front of me, my phone is going off, buzzing in my pocket, and my wife's phone is buzzing off like crazy, and hers has the alert on. Mine is on silent.
Tornado watch.
My phone is hers. I'm like, throw it in reverse real quick, back up, hit a side road. Find a bridge real quick. I was terrified. And then you look at the news and you're like, 0.5. It was like 0.05. It was like what we get for our streams. 0.0052.
The weather forecast is like, we got a little winds down the street. Nothing major.
Yeah, it was like a point.
It's like 30 mile an hour winds.
3,
just a normal Friday.
Tornado. They didn't even call it tornado. Winds. Point.
Meanwhile, Mario's in the car. ¿Por qué?
No, I thought the car, dude. I was like, the car is gonna lift up right now, dude. I cannot believe that I am going out in a tornado in Worcester, Massachusetts. That's how I go out. Like if that ain't God,
Dang, for real.
Yeah,
He
bro,
wants you
if
dead.
that ain't God.
If you die of a tornado in Worcester, Massachusetts,
Came
God
right-
clearly
came right through the street and
wanted
just
you
took one
dead.
car. Like
Because he used the most abnormal
car-
thing that would never
one
happen
car
in a
is
place
gone.
to kill you. He
Dang,
really
dude.
didn't like you.
I was like, this is some crazy stuff right now, bro.
He's like, yo,
I'm
man, did you
literally-
hear about Frankie?
I'm
Like, what
literally gonna
happened?
die in a
He got
tornado.
eaten by a shark. Where in the ocean? No, in his bedroom. Like, dang, God wanted him dead.
Yo, that is, yeah, bro. Real story. That's a
That's crazy.
God wanted him dead. And he's right there. He's right there on the porch just
Finally,
watching as he
you're
says it. As he says it. Man, God wanted him dead, huh? Goodness, right in front of you. Like the tornado.
Because I'm
just
saying, like, dude, like you, if you die of the most unlikeliest thing
you
to
hear
happen
somebody
in
from,
your area,
from down the street.
it's like the most
You hear-
unlikely
you
thing
hear
that would happen
somebody
to you.
from a 3-decker all the way down the street. Yeah. Somebody answers you back. Yeah.
For real, bro.
You sure did.
Worcester is the last place you would die of a
That must have been Trump.
That must have been Trump. Dang. Car accident, flipped over, hurricane destroyed you. You shouldn't have voted for Trump then. That's what you get.
Gentlemen deported by tornado.
That's what you get for being a conservative. Need to be a little more liberal. And
He's
then
like,
they got hit by a tree.
Oh, yeah, you guys don't want to go out there and get them for me? All right. Tornadoes. What? Come out of harp.
Watch this, guys. It's going to be huge.
Oops.
Boop. Hurricanes.
Can't say that.
Tornadoes. It's going to be huge.
Oh, my goodness, dude. No, so yeah, no, you're right, man. A lot of bad news, a lot of things going on. That's crazy. We just laughed right through that. We just
not awkward
man,
at all,
bro. No, but it is crazy, and sometimes you feel like the only thing you have left to do is laugh and pray, and laugh, pray and mourn, pray, laugh.
Oh, you can do, man.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy out there.
Then they got the what is it called? The corona virus?
Yeah, that thing is hilarious, man. I've seen all these memes of people.
Why is that hilarious, bro? That's terrifying.
No, the disease is not. What's hilarious
All
is
right.
people taking their cases of corona and dumping them out.
Oh my
because they're saying
goodness,
we're
dude.
contributing to the coronavirus. Like, stop it. Like, that is hilarious.
That's not real.
And that is super real.
That's not real.
Yeah.
That's a
I
joke.
can show you.
That's a meme. That's a joke.
It's hilarious because the girl is pouring the corona
Don't
drinks
show me.
with a medical mask.
Don't
and she's
show
pouring
me.
it. And she looks scared as heck.
Oh,
I'm telling you, bro, it's real. It's real,
that's
real,
sad,
bro.
man. Yeah, pray
Yeah,
for her.
man. But you know, man, it's the
Man,
uneducated, you know, they just like, they don't know any better. And they're like, oh my goodness, the coronavirus.
Oh, was it
Let's
Spanish
just throw
person?
these coronas out because we contributed to the coronavirus.
yo, first of all, my question is this:
What's up?
who filmed it? Who posted it? Now I want to do investigation
Oh, dude,
because you know what it, you
You've
know what
been
it sounds like.
catfished
You
by
know-
the meme.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a young kid who has his abuela acting crazy because she don't know English too well, and he's like, "Word," and he's like, "What, abuela? What'd you say? Abuela, what'd you say? The coronavirus is." You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those are the questions I would
They're gonna
ask.
get you.
Who filmed it? Who published this?
As he's trying to drink it. Don't drink it.
Poor lady has no clue.
Don't drink it. You're gonna
That's
get
foul. You don't make fun of abuela. You don't do that. Who makes fun of their abuela like that, bro?
it. Oh, man.
That's not what you do.
Man,
You didn't do
guilty
no
of
messed
it.
up
I'm
stuff to
guilty of
abuela,
that,
did you?
man. I
No,
did.
you
I
didn't.
I did.
No, you
I
didn't.
I messed up.
What did you make abuela do?
Yo, look.
What did you make
I was
abuela
young.
do?
Before I say
I
this
was
story, I was
young.
young and, you know, reckless and disrespectful.
You made
So I
abuela
don't
do
recommend this.
something.
And if my daughter did this, I would smack her for it. But this is what I did.
Go ahead.
So my grandma, she
But it-
couldn't see out this one eye, right? She
Yo,
she
first
could
of all,
see, but
this
she
is
couldn't
already,
see really,
go ahead.
really good.
All right.
So my brother didn't know this
Mischievous.
very well. So me and my cousins, you know, we knew this. So we would kind of make faces like, you know, we would be
Yo,
like,
you guys are foul.
and she couldn't see it. So she'd be like, whatever.
You guys are foul.
She would act like nothing's happening because she can't see it. But my little brother came out the cut and he's like, "What? That's messed up that she lets you do that." And I'm like,
she
"No,
lets you do that?
You don't gotta know how to do it." So he goes right up to her face. He goes right up to her face and goes,
you are so
and she's like, wow. So she gave him the illest slap. And he's like, you see, she only lets you do it because you're the favorite. And I'm like, yo,
you
man.
are foul. You're so foul. Tell me Kevin knows this.
Hell yeah, he does know this.
Oh,
and I told him, I'm like,
goodness.
man, it's because you was doing it from the wrong side, bro.
No, you are so
He didn't know.
messed.
So he got stolen in his face.
Does your mom know this?
My mom?
Yeah, she knows this now.
She about to find out.
She about to find out.
I'm sorry. I went out,
you are foul to her bad eye, bro.
Yeah,
I cannot
man.
believe you,
I
man.
was young. I was dumb.
Yeah, you were. You
I
were
was
like
being disrespectful.
technically,
you know what I mean?
she didn't see me. I know.
wasn't being disrespectful.
I know the Vargas lie.
Because she didn't see me.
I know the Vargas lie.
She didn't
You can't
see
get
me.
me.
It's not disrespectful.
Yo,
you don't know what's happening.
And the whole thing is you are making fun of your brother the whole time. It's not even your abuela. It's your brother you're getting smacked. The whole time it's your brother you're getting smacked.
He went up to her face mad confident. She said, "Bow."
She wound up. She said,
Give him
"Bow."
the ill slap. It was crazy. He was dying.
Oh,
laughing, bro.
man, dude.
dying. To this day, it's hilarious. And I'm sure if my cousins watch this show, they'll be like, "Yo, that was the funniest thing ever. This dude got so confident with it. Watch, I could do it.
Watch, I could. Damn,
But that's my little brother, man. He used to do stuff like that all the time. Like, watch what I could do, and always get busted up.
Yeah,
somehow.
but that's good memories, bro.
Oh yeah, I love all those memories, man. That's why I say it was disrespectful. I know that now as an adult.
Yeah,
and
but
if I
it's
saw
still
my
a-
daughter doing that, I would
Yo,
be tight. I'd be
but
like,
it's
you
still
don't
a
do that to
memory, dude.
Abuelita.
It's still a memory, man.
But it's still a dope memory, man.
You know what? There's memories like that are like that you're like you look back at, you're like, that was math. Like when you didn't want to eat certain foods.
What do you mean?
Did you ever get a chance to dump the stuff back in the pot? Like were you that nasty with it, skillful with it, where you didn't want to eat that food and you were like,
nah,
bro, let me get this right back in the pot real quick.
I had Nazis.
Or the trash. Or
I had Nazis.
some people have dogs. Some people have animals.
I wish I had those options.
Some people try to trash.
And you know what's messed up? I feel sometimes scarred because especially my aunt, Titi Socorro, if you watching this, you know you did it on purpose. You know you were. I used to hate corned beef. And I used to go to her house and somehow corned beef was always on the menu.
Yeah,
always.
She knew Gil was coming. She's
like,
oh,
Gil's coming and guess what we're making? Corned beef. And I hated it. Hated it.
You're gonna eat that
And it was the canned joint. And then she would put corn in it. And I hated corn too. And now I love corn. It's delicious. But at that time, I didn't like corn.
Yeah.
And every time I came over, Titi, what we eating? We eating some fried chicken, some French fries, some arroz candules, all these delicious Spanish products. No, I got corned beef. And it was even better because it wasn't even pronounced corned beef. It was corned beef. Corned beef.
It's gonna be what's gonna be. So,
basically.
So you better eat that corned beef.
C-O-N-B. Corned beef.
It's gonna be what it's
That's
gonna
what
be.
you're getting. That's what I got. What we eating, Titi?
Yeah.
Corned beef. All right. Again.
Yep. I heard you were coming.
For the 5th week in a row.
You didn't try to throw her off and see if she knew the schedule. You just show up.
Oh, sometimes I try to throw her off and see if I was excited about it. Maybe she'll switch the menu.
Yo.
Are we having corned beef?
You come in.
See? I'm like, dang it!
Yo, you come in randomly. You peek in. You're like, oh, there's chicken and stuff. And then when you actually get to the door, it's corned beef. You're like, wait a minute.
Somehow it changed.
I know you made chicken.
Somehow
I saw
from
chicken through the window
to the door it changed.
I saw
from the window
to the door.
Corned beef.
Corned beef all over the floor. What?
Corned beef all over
What?
the floor.
I mean, got corned beef all over the floor.
Corned beef.
Man. Oh, man. Yeah, corned beef, bro. You know?
Yeah, man.
That's good. Those are good
What was a
memories,
food that you hated that your mom would make?
My mom,
Did you have one?
My mom went through a phase where she was trying new foods. And I think she wanted to really experiment
So all the new foods
with,
you hated?
She wanted to experiment with American food. So she tried to do the shepherd's pie. I mean, now she's nasty with it, you know. But I remember the time where she first started with the ingredients. And you see her with the ingredients now.
Yeah.
She's always messing around with ingredients.
Legit, his mom has a grimoire. And if you don't know what that is,
Yes.
That's what the witches use for spells. Wow. But she got it
for the food.
For Spanish cuisine, man. You go in there and you see pernil, and it has all the ingredients printed all nice. And then you got the sofrito with all the ingredients and how to make it. Literally all the staples of Puerto Rican culture is in this book. I'm like, this is a grimoire. This is spells. This is illegal. This should not be out there. This only should be in the minds of old Spanish ladies. This should not be out there for the ether, for people to grab and possibly do evil with it.
Yo, she did good with it, man. She had good spells.
She has amazing spells. Every time she cooks is a song. I'll put a spell on you.
My bad, excuse me. Yeah, so dude, what's up, man?
That was a very awesome transition. From your mom's food to, hey, what's up? Yeah. Like we haven't been rocking for an hour.
No, we have been
What's
rocking.
up? Brand new show. Welcome to the Marrio Esco Live.
We've been rocking for an hour, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's a very weird realization.
Did
you run out of things to...
Ya tú sabes. Pero vete, ya tú sabes.
What is happening?
Yeah, nothing. I'm just...
I just hear sound effects.
Vete, ya tú sabes.
Like, is he writing a reggaeton track as we speak?
Tell the fans, MC Goya says to unsubscribe.
Wait, who said this?
MC Goya says to unsubscribe immediately.
Unsubscribe from us?
Yeah. Yo, shout out to MC Goya, man. We love you, man.
He has the best. He has the best skits
my claps?
In songs. Best. The best.
Come on. There it is.
I think that's why they should unsubscribe.
Yeah, there you go. My claps don't work.
We never know what buttons we're pressing.
Yo, yeah. Shout out to MC Goya. He was actually on my last project. He's hitting me up private.
Oh, privately. Evie doesn't even have the decency to write actual comments. Thank you, MC Goya. I love that. That's awesome.
We love you, brother.
Everybody unsubscribe. Where? From what? I don't know. I'm texting it to you, so you put it everywhere.
We did a compilation project with Wrath and Grace, and MC Goya had a track on the compilation, and it was my kids' favorite track out of all the tracks on the project.
Yes, one of my favorites.
They wanted to play that
track is fire.
Back to back to back.
Yeah, that track is fire.
Did he diss us all? I think he dissed us all.
Basically, yep.
Yeah, that was
all
what
of
it was. He dissed us all.
And then broke stuff. Broke something, and you were like, "You broke."
Oh, he broke into the studio. That's what it was. He broke into the studio.
That's what it was.
To record a diss track against all the dudes on the label.
Yeah, genius. I love that. And that was a legit intro. Like, what is it called?
Like an
interlude.
Yeah,
dopest interludes. All of them are.
He actually
hilarious.
produced that beat too. On that,
he did.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. He produced that beat too.
That track that we should play.
Oh, no, not that one. He produced the skit that he did for mine where he was dissing me.
We should play that next week. That track.
That interlude?
Yeah.
I think I got it, bro. I could try to play it now. Do you want to test your skills in taking the mic and running the show right now?
Taking the mic and running the show like I've never done that before.
All right, go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to find this track right now.
All right, let's see.
Go ahead. You trying to buy yourself some time?
No, I'm not trying to buy myself some time.
Let's see your skills, bro. Come on.
So,
what about
them Cowboys?
Oh my goodness. Go ahead, bro.
So what do you guys think about changing up the set design? We've been kind of brainstorming on changing it up a little bit. And what I was thinking is making it look like kind of like a bodega where all the Spanish cats hang out and chop it up and chill.
Oh, you want to go into the convo on the show convo?
Yeah, why not?
The direction.
We should think
about
changing the look of the design. You know, giving something that's like.
Let me ask you, real talk.
More
Gil. All right, you want to talk? Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk for real. How do you feel? Because I look at the numbers.
Yeah.
You know, this is the worst part is because in me, right? Every time that we do a show, you hit live, you're on a microphone, we're talking, you're vulnerable. This is live.
Facts.
This is not pre-recorded.
It is.
We're not the amateurs who are afraid to get in front of a mic and go live. We've been doing this for 81 episodes this whole time. Even taking
sometimes I forget that
even taking this to the road. Even taking this to the road.
Yeah.
Even doing this live on the road. This is not edited. You don't see any cuts in between any of this. This is we're here. This is
unedited, unfiltered,
right? So sometimes because you have that vulnerability, you don't know what exactly to share, and as far as how transparent you should be.
Yeah.
How transparent should you be? What is right and what is wrong with your transparency? You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Not an easy thing.
it isn't, because you do need help. You do need support. You do want to be professional. You don't want to ask like you don't want to sound like you're asking for handouts or anything like that. But you want to be upfront and real with your audience.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when I look at numbers, right, and I look at there's growth, and I, it's like,
And you know what's difficult too, because like alongside to what you're saying, what's hard is that we're Christians, so we're trying to grow this, but at the same time, the mentality that it takes to really make something like this blow is a very self-centered mentality. Like it's got to be about me. We got to make this, more eyes on me, and how that's really what the analytics is about.
Yeah.
How many views? How many people can you get to look at you?
Well, so you're
it's-
saying when it comes to ambition and it comes to like desiring,
it's difficult.
Yeah.
To juggle that.
Well, it's not even just that. So my wrestle, now that you mentioned that, thank you for mentioning that. And I hope listeners are actually listening. There's no way for me to verify that. You know what I'm saying? I just see the numbers growing and I'm like, okay, there's an audience up in here and it's staying silent. Like, nobody ain't saying nothing. Like, it's an audience and it's growing, dude. And it's like, average 20 at one point, average 40 at one point, average 60, average 70, now averaging 80, 90. And it's like, all right, we got 80, 90 listeners that I can verify on one platform. You know what I'm saying? And I can't verify on all the others, but I can verify on this, at least these analytics, these metrics I can see, right? So now the desire is after the Lord. And if you follow the show, we talked about ambition. We talked about, the Lord teaching us about those kinds of things, right? The purpose of the show and all that. So now with that, with the new mindset, it's like, okay, we don't have that same ambition to get the type of success that we were looking for. We do want success, you know what I'm saying? But we were chasing something with the wrong motives where it affected other parts of our lives.
Yeah.
Where now we understand, like the Lord taught us about sovereignty, taught us about purpose and what we're doing, and taught us about, and you follow the show, so go check out all the other episodes and watch the growth. And so now we're at a level, we're in a position where it's like, okay, the motive is corrected. The ambition is corrected. So now we're looking at the analytics to say, how do we know now that this is fruitful? How do we know that this platform is being effective? And so then, as we're going through this and transitioning, it's sort of like the motives of everything needs to shift now.
Yeah.
The platform itself needs to shift. And thankful to God, there are some key players that are possibly joining that's going to help us in those areas where we need. But, it's just the idea of how we can have the key players in place that will alleviate some pressure and allow us to focus on the things we want to focus on for the show and the experience, the audience's experience, whether you listen on the podcast or you watch live.
Just to kind of give everybody a little bit more context, the realization came in kind of like how we came up with the creative tip. We don't want to just deliver a half effort, half job. We want to give the best of the best in everything we do. And that includes even this show. How can we truly give the best when, there's so many hats being worn? Something is going to fail. Something's going to slack, or something is going to slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like how this all came to even conversation about, how can we truly be effective? How can we truly see it to being effective?
Right.
How can we push forward, when we don't know what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't really know what's going on. So it's like, it's hard. It's just like working out. At least when you're working out, you're seeing results in the mirror. You're seeing the feeling. You feel the difference. There's a key tells that something's happening.
Yeah.
But in something like this, in a platform, people don't know, but this is not easy to scale.
Right.
It's not easy to be able to foresee, all right, next month, I think we can average about 4 to 5 more listeners.
Well, then again,
be able to be like, oh, okay, cool.
Hold up. So again, just to clarify, because you said that, I don't want people to get confused. It's not about the numbers to say,
No.
oh, we need more numbers. It's about the numbers to say, okay, we got these numbers. Are we being effective with these numbers?
With these numbers, yeah.
Are we being faithful to these numbers?
Yeah.
And then I get encouraged by a few of those numbers that hit us up.
Yeah.
And then a few of them we catch them. A few of them we catch them. A few of them we're like, yo, what up? Yeah, man, that one time you said this, and it's like, oh, okay, you listen. So a few of them we catch them, you know. But it's that whole system that we need to figure out to put in place to get that response, so that way we can, we can get some feedback and know what direction we want to go in, and what we want to do moving forward.
For real.
To know that it's fruitful, man. Now, how do you do that as a musician with music? Because you brought up some points when I was wrestling with this, and you were coming at me, and you were like, bro, but you said it's fruitful, and we get to chill together, and we get to fellowship.
Facts.
So what's the difference between that and glorifying God and just us fellowshipping and your music?
Facts.
And I was like, well, the music, if you're independent, you can take your time and pace yourself. Well, especially if you're in this mindset where you're like, all right, I'm not going to be doing the on-demand stuff. I'm going to be focused on quality, man. I really want to buckle down and master the art. Yeah. I really want to create music that honors and glorifies God and like praises him more than it does tickling ears and makes people feel a certain way. And what's dope about that is when you honor God the right way, by his power, he'll still cause the people to feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the greatness that you do before their eyes to the honor of your God, they praise God for.
And that's what the motive is, man. Like, don't you want, like, as artists out there, especially artists out there that are Christians, don't you want your music to be able to hit someone and them come to you and say, yo, your music,
like,
was an integral part in how God, changed me.
And in how to produce that, what you just said, for that person, how you produce that is by first doing it for God.
For God.
Like literally,
Facts.
Your whole focus needs to be centered on, so how I see it is, when you're in the process of selecting your beat, preparing yourself to create the song, when you're in that creative process, your whole mindset should be, I have a date at this time with the president to say my speech in front of him. I have the opportunity to do this. And the mindset is, you're creating this song that you are about to perform before the throne of God. And you have to prepare this thing for that day, that talent event where you're about to get on stage and perform for your king. That's the mindset that should be throughout the whole process of you getting this music together. Not, wait, here's a good way. Wait till they hear this. Wait till they hear this. And, as soon as you get in that mindset, wait till they hear this. And we all do it. You get to that. Oh man, trust. That's I don't have to say it. That's the little pride head bubbling up. Like, wait till they hear this.
I said that not too long ago.
I said that not too long ago either. But the realization, like the maturity of what it truly is, you slip up, you got to check yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're an artist, you created something dope. You're just like, man, you're an artist. So it doesn't excuse it, but you got to fight with that. You got to wrestle it, but make sure during that process, even then, even afterwards, the whole thing is, I'm preparing this to honor my king.
Amen.
This is my sacrifice. This is without blemish. This is my best sheep. Without blemish.
And the dope thing about that is, like, that's the reason why, and I love this parallel, and we've said it to each other, but I don't know if we've said it enough on the show. With these people, like these secular artists like Drake and, Lil Wayne and all these other artists out there that are making these crazy tracks and making all this money, they're doing it for their God.
Facts. Yep.
Like, they're doing it for what they believe in, and they're doing it to the best of their ability.
Yeah, to glorify their king.
That's why it's so appealing. It's so, like, desired, and people want to just listen to it. You know what I mean? Because they're doing their absolute best. And we as Christians should be seeking the same thing. But if not, it's gonna have that much more impact, because who we're doing it for?
Yeah.
Christ.
So
The Lord,
peep game.
like
So
the Lord.
this past Sunday we were going over Hebrews, chapter 4, Hebrews, something like that.
That's a great. That's a
Yo,
real
something like
response.
that.
That's
Something
a real
like
response.
That. Let me. Can I do something? I don't know if that's the right sound for it, but something like that. We'll be paying attention. Hebrews 11, I think it was actually. Yeah. Hebrews 11, something. 20. Huh?
Wow.
13 to 16. Is that what it was? I think it was that. And we're talking about Abraham sacrificing Isaac. Well, being told to sacrifice his son.
Mhm.
And then we talked about how, God obviously prevented him.
Yeah.
When he went to go, he was going to do it.
Yep.
He was
Full
ready to do
intended.
it. He was ready to do it. And that last second, boom, the Lord prevented him from continuing. But when you read in Hebrew, when you go back, you see the story in Genesis. It doesn't have that. It doesn't like dig into what went, actually went down. So then you go into Hebrew, where we were at, and it talks about what was actually going on in his own mind.
Yeah.
And it talks about how he knew God was a God who can raise the dead. It talks about he knew who his
Which
father
is so
was.
fire.
Like that's why he went through with it, because he knew he couldn't question God, because God is perfect. So he's not the one who's wrong. God is not the one who's wrong. So let me check myself and I'm going to obey. And in Hebrews, it actually says that God accepted that as a completed, like almost like as if he did sacrifice his son. He accepted that.
He received that.
He received that. Yeah.
Like that
as if it
level
was
of
done.
faith.
As if it was done.
Yeah.
Right? So in the same way, like as a creative, if you call for that, and God gifted you in that way to create music that honors and glorifies him, you have to think of that same process. It's not when you actually release the music. It's actually in the creative process as you wrestle through and make and produce the song.
Yeah.
All that is honoring. So in other words, I think I've said this already. I think we repeat ourselves, but that's fine, man. Hey, creatives, what's up? We're here for you. So even if you don't release it publicly, you still honor God with that song.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? That. Even if you don't ever get to the chance, let's say you make a whole album and die, God was glorified if indeed you're seeking to honor him with your music. You know what I mean? You produce an album, die, and never release it, God was glorified. Good job. You know what I mean?
I think that was what was, at least for me, I lost that, man. Lost that level of just wanting to honor God and not care
in the entire process, not after the fact. like you,
and even like what we said before with that blanket statement, like, oh, what do you do this for? Oh, for the glory of God.
Like, what does that mean?
I really was able to dig deep into that meaning of what it is to truly do it for the glory of God, and that's taking my time to really make sure that every lyric, the beat, everything just comes together to make sure that the most important thing is the message and not so much as style and whatever.
Well, not even, I would even say, and I have to try to explain it, but I would even say not just the message, but the actual song itself. That it's not like the content is very important. Obviously, the content is very important,
and so is style and all those things. I love all those elements.
Yeah, but even if it's a song as simplistic as Kanye West's repetitive glory, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like a song that he had where it's all just repetitive. Like even something like that is praise and worship.
Yep.
That's fine. If it calls for that, like that's fine. But all of it is inspired. Where does music come from?
Comes from God.
Yeah, real talk. Where does music come from?
It's hilarious.
How does your brain
when people claim music for Satan, and I'm like, dude, he can't claim it, nor can you, just because you don't agree with it or it has some sort of like demonic influence doesn't mean that it came from it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it all comes from God.
Right.
What we do and our perverseness into the things that God has created, that doesn't change the fact that God still created it.
Yeah.
We just perverted it.
Right, because of who we are.
Yeah.
And
people are like, oh, that music is of Satan.
Well,
like,
what's ironic is that, where was I actually? I was in Where was I? Shoot, I forgot. I actually posted it today. What scripture was that?
Oh crap.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it talks about the war against the flesh. The whole process, our whole process as human beings, yo, we forget this, bro. We forget this. Of course, the creative journey is very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
It intertwines with who we are as beings as we're trying to create this art, bro. Like, of course, it's all trickling and intertwining with each other, whether you're at work or a home or in the creative process or all these things. All these things all speak from what's in our heart. So in that same, I think it was James actually, thank you, James 4, I think it was. It talks about the tongue setting ablaze. The tongue, like the tongue is how you say it? It's like it cannot be tamed. It cannot be tamed. It cannot be controlled. And something as small as a tongue, like something as small as that, could set ablaze like a whole forest. Can you look up the verse?
I'm looking.
Can you look up the verse, please?
Jeez, give me a second.
You know, this is why we're not going to get on that network.
This is why.
They're going to be like, what are these guys, man? We can't put them on our network. These guys are out their mind.
These dudes are Googleando right on the show.
Yeah, they're Googleando, right?
They Googleando. I've just made that up.
Googleando? Yeah. First of all. Why?
It's bailando and Googling
why would they be
all
saying
the same time.
Googleando, man?
Because that's how they do it, bro. That's how they make up words and sentences.
Right, James 4, the tongue, taming the tongue, bro. Yeah, I can see you scrolling through Facebook. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Oh no, you did that on Instagram, right?
What are you doing, man?
Well, I don't have Instagram.
Anyway, all right. Anyway, don't worry about it.
No, we're gonna read this.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna read it.
Right. But anyway, it talks about that, like the tongue, being, it can't be tamed, and
careful.
Yeah, that stuff. We curse, we praise God, and with the same mouth we curse him. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible also talks about be slow to speak. We have a podcast, like
be slow to speak.
We have a podcast, and people are
on the podcast.
The pastors right now are like, exactly, Mario.
You need to speak slower.
Exactly, Mario. Be slow to speak. Why do you even have a podcast?
Why do you even have a podcast?
And and people swear like,
it was James.
People swear like we started the podcast because we wanted to compete with other podcasts.
Facts.
Yeah. We're like, nope.
We're gonna beat them.
Yay! We're gonna outshine them. We're gonna have more biblical truth. How about that?
Just so y'all know, just before we did that, we really did the hands in, and we went.
Imagine,
yeah.
Imagine we say, yo, how can we find something new from the Bible to stand apart from everyone else?
How can we find new gems in the Bible?
New gems that no one ever heard of. That's where you get heresy. Hey, that's called
that
heresy.
Plan failed quickly.
Oh, man.
Let's pull out things that no theologian has ever pulled out. That's heresy. Oh.
Actually, Joyce Meyer. No.
Pull out things that no one believes.
That.
You mean like everybody else?
You mean like everybody on Daystar? Is that the network you're going on? It fits you.
Wait a minute. Is that Daystar script? Give me that.
Hold up. That's Daystar. Oh, that fits you. Perfect for your show.
Perfect.
Is that Benny Hinn pop in here? But can you imagine Benny Hinn on the Marrio Esco Live? What up, Benny Hinn?
Oh,
what's going on, man? So you heal people, huh?
Oh, don't even get me started.
You heal people? Word? My pastor was talking about how he never could understand why there's healers that have glasses and are bald.
Yep. And are getting old.
And with a cane. Like, how are you a healer and you all messed up?
Like, don't trust that healer. He's on a cane.
Then again, Peter, didn't they talk about, or Paul, didn't he heal people? He had the power to heal people, right?
Yeah, he healed people.
All right. And he was beat up.
Yeah, but he was beat up.
He was all messed up.
Yeah, but he was beat up. Physically beat up.
Hey.
Because then you could use the same argument for Jesus.
Oh, yeah? Take yourself down from the cross.
Yeah, he could have just been like, I'm healed.
He did
tripped everybody
he didn't take
up.
himself down from the cross, but he did, raise from the dead.
That would have tripped everybody up. Man.
That's cheating, bro. He wouldn't, he couldn't. You
Really
know,
could've.
like in our pride, we always like, you know, we want him to come down like Superman and with a cape.
But honestly,
like,
that's what made
shoot
it.
beams out of his eyes.
But
and,
that's
like,
what made it that much more crazy because he could have
he's nothing like that, bro.
He could have
Like,
easily just
look
been
at
like
all the superheroes of like Avengers. Look at all the iconic superheroes.
Yeah.
That's the idea of gods and icons,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Warriors and gladiators. And then we got Christ in the
Yep.
midst of all of them, right?
Yep.
And then Christ is like, comes down the most humble, filled with humility,
No armor.
compassion, no armor, no.
barely
well,
had
he was
sandals.
flying. He did fly. He did.
Well, he did.
He walked the water. He did some stuff.
Yeah, he did some cool stuff.
He showed off some stuff. He's
Turned
like,
water
"Yo,
to
check this out."
wine.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh, true. He did some stuff.
He did.
He did some stuff. So what do you say to like David Blaine and the Magicians? Is that like
I mean, it's a different thing
Satanica?
because he's
Satanica? How do you say it?
Satanica.
How do you say it? Is that Satanica?
Satanica. It's more satanico, but yeah,
Is that Satanico?
I guess. I mean,
Is David Blaine?
I don't really know.
Is David Blaine Satanico?
I would say some of the stuff looks satanic, man, because it's like, how is this possible?
Is magic?
I think it definitely has some influence, man, for sure. There's got to be
Dude,
some
it's all
influence.
illusions.
Of course, a lot of it is, but there's some stuff that's like, come on, man. Like, how is
What do you mean?
possible? Huh?
The best magician understands science and
Oh, of course.
entertainment. You know,
Oh, I know it's
and
all illusion,
deception.
but I know
you know what I'm
there's-
saying.
There's certain things that's just like, I
Yo,
don't
can
know,
you see?
man.
Can you? Is there any Christian magicians?
I don't know, but that would be hilarious. That
Christian
would be
magicians.
hilarious.
Any Christian magicians out there?
But the
I
thing
can
is
turn
that the only
anything
thing,
into a Bible, like you know.
oh my!
He's like,
Do you want to hear the good news? And it's a newspaper, and it goes like this, and it's a Bible.
it's a Bible.
Good news.
Here it is. It's good news.
Did you see page 5? Page 5 is a turner.
Do you
It's a
wanna
page
see
turner.
the good news? He has a newspaper. He claps it, and it's the Bible.
And it says good news on it.
And it says good news. Here's the good news. He hits it off. That is a dope.
Read all about
evangelist. That's a dope evangelist.
That would actually be dope. I would, you know what? If I was an unbeliever and he did that, I would allow
Bibles
him
out
to
of a
give
hat.
me the gospel. I would allow him to give me the gospel.
All right.
Out of his top hat, here's
Just
another
random-
Bible.
Random
By the time
items.
he's done talking to him, he just has a stack of Bibles.
It's just- that's the magician Christian.
Jeez.
That's the Christian magician.
Talk about overkill.
Can there be a Christian magician though?
I don't know.
Can you?
I think that'd be like, you definitely get the attention of some people talking. As soon as you start
man.
giving them the gospel, they're going to walk away.
Yeah.
But then you give them
They're
some
like, oh.
magic tricks and then they stay for a
Oh.
little bit. So then you might be called pragmatic, I guess.
You know what though? But they weren't doing magic tricks.
No, Christ wasn't.
the real ones.
But you said David Blaine. But, I mean, I guess to them, they probably consider it.
Dude,
Like,
actually, there were some people that were trying to do that stuff. There were witches.
oh, of course.
There were people that were possessed, and that
what
could
wasn't it? Wasn't it
fortune tellers and stuff like that.
Yeah, like witchcraft. It talks
Yeah.
about witchcraft
Yeah.
in the Bible. Vividly.
Actually, one of them was
Demonic-
calling them out, and he hushed her up and
Facts.
casted the demon up.
Facts. Yeah, there was people actually read the Bible. Yeah, a lot of people be like, the Bible's boring. Like, yo, there's legit some crazy stuff in the Bible that if I just told you half of the
Yeah.
stuff is in there, you'd be like, no way. You're
That
lying.
ain't there.
That is no way there's in there. I mean, Samson killed the whole army with a donkey jaw.
Oh, hold up. We got something. Absolutely not. No way, someone says. Magic is divination and an abomination unto the Lord. But what about pulling a rabbit out of the hat? Is that an abomination? Or
Possible.
what about the ones that just do like the birthdays?
Yeah.
The ones that know a little bit of magic and then a little bit of balloon tricks.
But I think he's talking about real, like
fortune teller type
magic.
stuff.
Yeah, that real magic. Because I'm like, I mean, doing the fake
Or
little
like
coin.
biting a coin.
Yeah, but taking the coin
Oh.
out my daughter's ear.
Do you do that?
I don't think.
Oh, is
I
that
don't think-
sinful?
I don't think.
Oh, you.
I don't think that's sinful.
magic. Yay!
Is it really? Like, all I'm doing is closing my fist and pretending like I'm grabbing it out of her ear. Like, oh my God, the Satanism in that hand right now. Like, I don't know. If that's sinful, I would please let me know. But that's crazy if it is. But I real magic for sure. Like that is an abomination because I mean even the Bible talks about it. Talks about
you're talking about
witches
like really
and
messing around.
Yeah,
with
like
that
dark
stuff,
magic and Satanism and all that stuff. Like that's real. Like that happened. It was documented.
Well, even illusions is based off deceptions.
Yeah, it is all deception.
It's the art of deception.
I think that's probably where it becomes something that a
Now you
Christian
see it,
probably
now you
shouldn't
don't.
do, because that your entire
You're
living is
showing
based on
everybody
deception.
that you have some power or something.
Yeah, your whole entire
Dude's a
living
wizard.
is based on deception. You're deceiving every single person.
I don't know. In the entertainment world, you're like, I don't know how far it goes actually. So some of them are actually kind of freaky. Like some of the magicians are like, hold
that's
on.
what I'm saying. Like
how you do that? Hold on a second.
Like dudes be pulling stuff out of their skin. Like I'm like, I'm so
stuff is
blood
too
coming
far.
out. I'm like, dude, there's nothing family.
Well, especially if
you're
being like if you're being daring with death, like you don't have no guarantee when you.
Oh yeah, like those escape.
But then
artists.
that also applies to like skydiving. Would like skydiving be like?
That's not
would that be a wise thing? Like, can a Christian skydive? Like,
are you being wise with your life?
Clear unwise. You don't know if that thing's gonna go off or not. You don't know.
You don't. You really don't. But then again, but I mean, we can get crazy with it.
I know.
You gonna get in a car?
Can you get it? Can you eat?
You know, are you gonna go on
shellfish?
a plane? That is, you're not being
Are you
wise with your life.
Are you gonna take a cruise?
Should be a T-shirt. Wise with your life.
Be wise with your lives.
Wise with your life.
I like that. And wise with your wives.
And wise with your wife.
Exactly. Wise with your wives. You got to be wise with
How
your
do
wives.
you wise with your wife?
No, I'm talking about King Solomon's time, you know?
Oh. Nice.
King Solomon, are you wise with your wives?
Oh, he's definitely wise.
He was unwise with his wives.
He had to be wise.
He was very unwise with his wives, actually.
He actually was.
Yeah. He let them come in with some, false gods.
All the false gods. Then he started to change his faith.
No, he didn't change his faith. He let them come in, though, and worship their gods, right? He didn't worship their gods.
He started adopting those. He started building statues for them and stuff. That's what I mean. Like, he started adapting their culture.
Yeah. It's kind of like trickling.
Like, okay, fine. I'll build that, for you.
Yeah, whatever you want. He was just rich.
Yeah. You want that ball starch? No problem. I got you.
Oh, man. Dope. What else we got?
What else
is on the dock?
Absolutely nothing.
Clear
eyes.
This dude,
Bueller.
Hey, Guy, you still in here? I don't know, man. The guy like came and went. He was like, nah, abomination, I'm out.
Guy Peck was like, this
God
show
packed out.
is an abomination.
They're practicing wizardry right now. This is sorcery. You think
that's probably potions that you're drinking?
You think sorcery affects Christians?
Does sorcery?
Do you think sorcery affects? Do you think sorcery exists? Number one.
Well, if gummy berry juice exists.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, people who dabble with that, do you think, like...
I mean, it's demonic forces. That's really where it comes down to. And demons exist. So I think, I think that stuff is real. Sorcery, witchcraft, it's all real.
I don't think we understand like how much
is...
actually goes into this, like even when we're creating, like going back to us writing and creating music.
Yeah.
I don't think we understand like how much of a spiritual process that is.
No, it is.
It's a very, very deep spiritual process.
And I think that's the greatest responsibility too, because the fact that music is so powerful when you're giving that message, you know what I mean? That's another reason why I should be serious. Another reason why you should do your best and really think about it.
I didn't realize that, man.
Because it's a powerful tool.
Till I got older.
Huh?
I didn't realize till I got older.
Facts. And that's something that you would realize as you get older. Because it's
you see things
maturing. Yeah, man. You see things for what they really are.
Yeah.
The trivial things to the important things.
Yeah.
Like the mindset that we have now, we probably look at our younger selves and be like,
I do. I do that every weekly. I'm like, yo, last week, what was I? You know what I'm saying? Yell at myself.
It's like, I was a little punk.
What was I doing? Why did I start the show?
Facts.
What was I doing?
When you come in, like all excited, you're like, man, I wanted to.
Why did I even do this?
Mario Esco live, and then Marrio Esco lively says,
"What are we doing now?
What do I do this show for?"
I'm
like,
what is this all for?
Why are we on this earth?
What is the purpose of life? That's the whole show. We should change it. What's the purpose? What's the point?
What's the point? Marrio
What's the point?
Esco.
Hey,
and what's the point?
Did you hear Marrio Esco's What's the Point podcast?
What's the point? Hey, maybe that's the new rebrand.
Yo, that's the rebrand. Yeah.
What's
Rebrand.
the point podcast?
Yeah.
I
What's
would
the
click
point?
on that. Would you guys click on? I would click on that. What's the point? And that's a dope T-shirt too.
We're gonna rebrand everything.
What's the point?
We're gonna have the bodega. We're gonna have the bodega set. We're gonna go back to talking about whatever. We're gonna go back to
even
chilling.
the bodega idea is hilarious because you go to the bodega and you forgot what was the point of you even going there. Why did I come to the store?
I don't know, but I have some canepas. I have some manta.
And then you go back to the store. I mean, you go back home, and then your wife is like, "Why did you bring home canepas, a water? You were supposed to go get sugar." Oh, I knew it. What was it?
And you had flour. You're like, oh, it wasn't flour.
A whole bunch of things you did
knew
not
it was
need.
something.
A whole bunch of
these
stuff.
lines.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, plantain chips.
It's the best.
Huh? You come in with everything you're not supposed to have. Movie.
Yo, you know what that reminds me of? There was a meme I just saw recently, and it's so true and hilarious. Us men, right? You know, we all can agree, and I'm sure Sammy will probably perk her head up right now. We all have a hard time looking for stuff.
Yep.
Right? Like,
we're
hey, where's my glasses? Oh, it's in the room.
Bro,
right
I
on
do
the
that.
nightstand. And you go to the nightstand, and you're like, where is it? Where? I don't see it. And she
Dude.
just walks over and goes, right here. Literally right in front of your face. But the meme was like, we can't find things. It was like the fridge. And it was like, where's the ketchup? But then literally 2 hours later, he has the Call of Duty. And he goes, babe, do you see that guy right there where he's sniping?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's sniping?
And you can
Somehow we
barely-
can pinpoint a guy probably a millimeter tall.
Yo.
We know he's sniping because we see the little reflection in the scope. But we go to the fridge and we're like, where's the ketchup? And it's literally right in front of
your face. Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, yo, that is so true. How is it that we're able to see that in the game? And then we tell our wives, babe, you see that dude right there? Right there, you see him. He's sniping. And our wives
You know
like,
why?
How do you see that?
Dude, I literally lose
Fuming in the ears.
literally lose my train of thought from one floor to the next. As soon as I come down, I'm already like, oh man, I gotta do that show. I gotta edit that thing. What was I supposed to do?
What was I supposed to
I'm like, what? Where did I even come down here for? Then you go back up. The worst is when you go back and then you remember. You go back upstairs. You're like, oh.
And then you go back down.
Then you got to go all the way back down.
Right back down. And you forget again.
Dope. Yo.
That's happened to me like twice.
You, however,
at least 2 to 3
have
times.
some severe memory.
My wife
problems,
sometimes thinks
bro.
I'm doing it on purpose.
When you
and she
come
doesn't
in,
realize.
When you come into my house and you say, I forgot my car. You're like, oh, yo, where's my car?
Now you're exaggerating. The reason why he's saying that,
Anybody know
every
where my
time
car
I
is?
leave, I always forget at least one
He
item.
comes in.
And I come back
He comes-
sometimes like 3 or 4 times.
He was like,
Yo, I forgot my
keys,
keys. Come back.
wallet.
Yo, I forgot my wallet. I come back. Yo, I
phone.
forgot my phone.
Laptop. All right, good. I'm good. Comes back. Yo,
I come back. It's just my head.
Yo, you
I
got
forgot
my
my
car?
body.
You got my car? I don't know where.
My body's inside. Can I grab it?
Yo, do you know what?
Real quick.
I think I left my car in the basement. What?
My car
What?
in the basement. Okay.
That's a huge problem, bro. What?
I parked my car in your living room.
Just don't forget the baby anywhere, bro. That's gonna be
Nah,
very
thank
embarrassing.
God that has not happened.
Do not do that, please.
Thank God. I have not forgot my kid.
You got all the groceries. Where's the
Anyway.
baby? Oh, oh, dang it. Oh.
I knew the package just felt light.
You start feeling your pockets. Oh.
You're looking for the baby, not the keys. Where's the baby? Oh,
wait,
shoot. Hold on.
Was it in this pants? Was I wearing these pants?
In here? No.
No? Psych. Abracadabra. No.
Psych. My son will probably fit in my pocket, too.
Now you see him, now you don't. Psych. You're like, thank God they didn't forget him. your in-laws come in with the baby.
Yo.
Thank God. Psych.
Yo, but not gonna lie though, my wife, I'm very grateful for her because I be forgetting.
I hope
crazy.
so.
I be forgetting a lot, man. She got to deal with that. Sometimes she'd be calling me randomly.
Don't tell us.
Sometimes she'd be calling me randomly just to remind me about things. I'm like, yo, if I have her.
Oh, don't even tell us because it'll probably be shameful, huh?
No, it's just like, but this is the craziest part, right? I'm forgetful about all types of things, but somehow I'll remember the most random pieces of information.
Like what?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean like apps or phones or devices? Like
or even just like trivia things, like how long certain roads are. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I would just be like, oh yeah, that's about 3 feet long. And they're like, how do you know that? But you forget important things like buying milk. Like, I don't know. Weirdest thing. Man.
So what'd you do? You went there and you bought what?
I don't know. I just bought
or you just don't buy anything.
No, I will call.
You just come home.
I will call,
nothing.
and my mom. And as soon as she picks up, she's dying laughing. Like, you forgot, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah.
Babe, was I supposed to pick up? That's because for the most part, you're talking to me and you're hearing me like, why do we even podcast? Why do we live? Why? Dude, I can't even find the energy to take happy pictures anymore. I'm like, just blur me in the back.
Just blur me in the back.
Keep me dark and suspenseful. Because that's how I feel.
Yeah,
that's how I feel right now.
Mario's getting in his dark, emo, artistic
that's how I'm
right
feeling.
Now. So he took a picture at the couch with the Bible, all high def, and he's just blurring the background. Like, I am not important. I am not important.
Don't check
the
out
word
my
of
Instagram.
God is important.
Don't go to my Instagram.
And the word of God is shaping me and chiseling my soul.
Yo, first of all, that's my artistic way of expressing.
That's why you should do
where I currently am
the Dolly Parton challenge
with the people that follow
do the LinkedIn,
what I do. Not my fans, the Tinder. My family from afar, my universal body. You know, the people that are rooting for you, praying for you, watching your journey.
Man. We all have that.
There's a few of them that I can tell. I'm like, you watching the journey. Pray for me. Thank you. I call them. I don't even call them fans. That's my prayer warriors. Like those are the people that are like, man, Mario, I'm praying for you, man. You a little out there, but I hope things work out, man. Yo, say something then,
for real. Critique the show, like homeboy right here was like, yo, this is demonic. This show. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's cool, man.
The magic is definitely an abomination. I 100% agree with you, Mr. Peck.
That's you. Excuse me.
You are welcome. Yo, we at 9:30, bro.
We at 9:30. Yo, listen. Real talk. Nothing on the dock. Trying to be faithful.
Hickory
have a meeting pretty soon to meet up with certain. This is for the people. This is for the geeks. This is for the geeks.
This is for my city.
This is for the geeks that like the show. My people. Actually, he listens to the show. You know who you are. You're hearing it too, brother.
Yeah,
you're hearing it too. Yeah, man. Keep us in prayer. Keep us lifted. You asked, I told you. Hey, amen, guy. That's what's up. I'm glad. I like the enthusiasm. Join us next Wednesday. We're here all the time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come through. We interview certain guests too. We had special guests. We had people last week. The week before that, we had The Bar was with us. Dwayne Atkinson from The Bar. We interview artists as well, other people as well. We had a preacher out from Canada came through who actually got arrested. Remember, who was that? David, I forgot his name, from Canada, the preacher that got arrested.
Yeah.
So
that was super dope, man.
That was crazy.
And then we got to actually show one of his outdoor preaching when he was confronted by the police and all that. It was dope.
It's dope. So we try to make it, entertaining and whatnot. So I'm glad. I appreciate you jumping on. We're in the middle of a transition.
Yeah, we are.
We're feeling growing pains right now. The demand is high.
Yeah.
And so pray for us because the demand is getting a lot higher. Editing and taking more time. And now it's like, man, like you're working your full time and you're starting to feel like this part time is becoming more of a, moving a little bit more toward full time. I'm actually like working side by side sometimes, like with the podcast. So just praying for, longevity, I guess, and to be fruitful,
strength to continue
to bear fruit as well, and make sure that it's effective, God honoring, but also within our space and be true to who we are as creatives. We're not pastors,
we musicians too,
elders. We're creatives.
So the new guys, new people that are coming on and checking us out, we are producing music too. We're artists as well. So when we give the artists tips, this is not just something that we just look up or whatever. Like these are things that we're going through and things we're trying to figure out, work through.
Facts.
As artists as well as, hosts of this show.
Yeah, and we want to be transparent, man. We're striving to be more
that's one of the
real,
things we talk about all the time. We wish we were able to hear some of these tips, and that's why we do them.
Yeah.
I wish I was able to hear even just a couple tips. When I was getting started, let alone a gem a week.
Right. I get you.
That's super dope.
Yeah, serving the community, also having fun, bugging out, entertaining, highlighting different artists, different creators, doing creative tips, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just bugging out. Who knows what else? We want to, I keep saying that. Pray for us. We love y'all.
For real. Check out the website.
You know what's up.
D2LProductions.com.
Yeah. We love y'all. Grace and peace. Take care.
Love y'all.
You're listening on the podcast. Be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.